Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Today is LiliBet Diana Mountbatten-Windsor's birthday. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Church Nellie's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, I hello, hello. What is oh, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex. Welcome one and all. I almost forgot what I always say. And as usual, let me see who was here first. Mary H, as I live and breathe, thank you so much for being first and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Lilibet Diana Mountbatten-Windsor birthday, Princess Lilibet. Princess. She's a princess. Y'all know that, right? Princess Lilibet Diana Mountbatten-Windsor. I got to get used to saying that. You know, they tried to exclude, restrict, hide, conceal, remove. They were trying to take that princess part away. But of course, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex was having none of it. So, Princess Lilibet it is. Okay, thank you very much. Where is my slides? There it is. So, what is the latest number? Let me go and take a look. Let me take a look. Refresh page. 125,621 with a total of 2,346 donations, or 628% over the goal that they were trying to reach. And let me tell you this too. Yesterday, when I did the math, I think there was an average of $50 and some change per contribution. So there may have been some person who made some really big contributions, but big or small, it all adds up. And you guys should be incredibly proud of yourselves. Even people who could only do nothing but just forward those links to friends and family, coworkers, it has made an absolutely stunning difference. And as far as safe play spaces are concerned, there are going to be far more of them than we ever could have anticipated. So, yeah, there we go. 100. Oh, thank you so much. Let me hurry up and do that before I lose it. Okay, use it or lose it. Where is it? Okay. I'm racing. I'm racing. I'm racing. Okay. There we go. I got it. Okay. So Lydia was nice enough to give us the uh okay, let me find that. I want to link that to the top of the chat and leave it there. H Knight, 13 months of membership. Thank you so much for that. And Leg says, oh wait, I can't do it from here. Oh boy, I'm all over the place. I know. Okay, hold on. I tell you what, let me separate those two, and that should help. That's what I got to do. I got to separate the two of those because I am getting I'm confusing myself. Okay. So, okay, Lydia, do it again if you don't mind, because I think I lost it. I think I lost it. But yeah, I could only do it from a YouTube page and not from the other one, from the this one that we're on, StreamYard. Yeah, I have to do it from a YouTube page, and I only just opened it, so I will. Oh, you did do it twice. Oh no, no, that's the Royal Sussex. Okay. Uh, Now I thought I saw legs here somewhere. Let me scroll to legs. Connie Bowmer. Hey, Connie Bowmer. Mary H. Let me see. Elaine Parker. Oh my goodness. Lex, I think I saw you here. Let me see. I'm scrolling for it. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Lex says Princess LiliBet Diana of Sussex. I like the way that sounds. It's got a nice little ring to it. I made it funny. And Elaine Parker, thank you so much for the super sticker. Katie V, thank you for the super sticker. Happy Sunday. And of course, happy LiliBet Diana Mountbatten-Windsor of Sussex Day, Princess LiliBet. Nubian Queen says, I am really proud of all you squaddies. This will give peace to Harry and Meghan, knowing there are so many people around the world who love them. Those are so beautiful. What beautiful words. I love it. I love it. And it's so true. It enhances I guess the whole atmosphere around everything that the Sussex squad stands for, what the Sussexes stand for, and of course, people who have been quietly supporting the Sussexes for a long time. Not everybody is in the social media and such, but some people listen and never comment. Whatever the case may be, thank you all, and you all to be so proud, because even the most quiet supporters are the encouragement that the content creators need through your clicks, your likes, and shares and such. All of that matters for people who are on the Facebook fighting in those social media streets, on the Instagram, the Twitter, and so on. There are even some people on Lipstick Alley, and of course the TikTokers. Let us not forget the very powerful TikTokers. They, of course, are making a dramatic difference, and now we have the short. So thank you so much, everybody. Light Side of the Moon, thank you so much for the super sticker. And of course, as always, thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Happy Sunday to you. Okay, so Lydia, I'm looking for it again. Oh, but having slipped by me. But okay. Oh, well, I'll catch the next round. Hello, Berta Sanchez. Educate you too. Joan Garcia. Nancy Herlock. Carol Lund. TCC Sun. Rochelle Baudreau. Welcome. Novi D. B. Martim. Compton Caligal. Okay, the whole crew is here. Fatima Ba. Maureen Reed. Very, very cool. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's see. Let me go to the next slide. Oh, Antoinette Kennedy, thank you so much for the super chat. Prince Harry on court case win enough to have those jokers fund your security for life. I hope that's the case. I pray it is. I pray it is. Whatever the Sussexes have to do to ensure their security, I will likely support them throughout because that is so important. And it's just, I people are making a fortune uh, by trying to cause as much misery to the Sussexes as possible. And that is so disturbing. And of course, the hypocrisy of what's going on in the news right now is another indication of how sinister and evil certain people are within the media and probably within that family. Let's see. DC, thank you so much for the Cash App, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. So there's a lot of people who have just poured in, and as you can see, I have the photo up there of Meghan and Harry. Now, initially, I was going to surprise you guys and put this slide up and then go and do this, but well, since we're here, hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Today is LiliBet Diana Mountbatten-Windsor's birthday. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Church Nellie's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. Oh, I'm sorry. I accidentally. Sorry about that. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. Okay. Sorry about that. I was bringing up the slides from yesterday and accidentally knocked that one out. So, anyway, thank you so much for joining us. But yeah, so I changed it for today. And instead of course, what I usually have on there, I said, you know what? I'm going to take a little extra time and reboot that for Ivy. I'm sorry, not for Ivy, but for Lily. For Lily. Okay, let's see here. Oh, did we have a troll? Did we have a troll? So I'm going to share with you a few of the images that some of the squatties posted on the social media. It was hard to choose because there was so many of them, but here's just a few. By the way, Misan Harriman wished LiliBet a happy birthday by posting that image of Lily on the left on his Twitter account. So Church Nellie's in the house. Hey, Church Nellie, hope you're feeling better. And then here on the right side, you can see a collage of photos. Very cool. And let us not forget, this fundraiser is for both Prince and Princess. So Archie's birthday was last month, Lily's birthday is this month. And in between, we have raised a whopping, let me do that again, $125,708 for Kaboom. So very, very cool. Everybody deserves a much needed and well-deserved round of applause. All right. And then, of course, there we go. There is a close-up of, I look at that photo and I just can't help but think how amazing it must feel for our Duchess to be able to take that photo, especially with everything that they have gone through, even before the wedding, up until, even a couple weeks ago. Has it been about 2 weeks now, a week ago? Even up until that point. And still, they have solid support from the Sussex Squad community and from everyone else who may not consider themselves a squatty. Maybe they're just a squatty sympathizer. I have a few of those in my life. And I'm so glad that people ask questions and they want to clarify things when something weird pops up on their phone or they're turning through the television, and all of a sudden, here comes some nonsense. And throughout all of that, there has been a core of support from the Sussex squad. And to honor them, to honor the children, 125, almost 126,000, if we want to round it up. That is very, very cool. And then the majority of it is rolling in, um, you know, within the past day, within the past 20, well, not the majority, but a huge surge of it is flowing at this 11th hour. Okay, and let's see, I got it this time, Lydia. If you look at the top of the chat, you can see the link for Kaboom. And if you can't find it here, if you don't do it now, there's also a chance to do it later on. If you just go to the community tab, I've had the link for Kaboom there, and I put it up again. So it is like the second to last thing that I posted there. So when you go through the community tab, it should not be hard to find at all. Maureen Reed, thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, to our faithful squaddies, Princess LiliBet Diana, second birthday. Absolutely, second birthday. And of course, who could forget where we were when we heard the news that LiliBet not only has been safely delivered to mother and father, but also that they were home already. I think we found out like on the 8th of June, right? And of course, the Northwestern University did not allow anybody to miss the opportunity to recognize the fact that LiliBet Diana was born on the anniversary date of Princess Diana's visit to Northwestern University, which of course is on the outskirts of Chicago. They also have campuses within Chicago. And that was like the big event that the Princess of Wales, the People's Princess, that was the big event that she had, the big tour that she took after the divorce, when she was branching out on her own, when she was establishing herself as a world leader. And at the time, we didn't use the term influencer or influential as much as we do now. But of course, thing is, it was a very big moment for Princess Diana, and the people of Chicago loved her. And that is like something that they have celebrated not only at the university. I think it was like the 10th anniversary of her visit. They hung photos around the Drake Hotel where Princess Diana stayed. And there's even a museum that has the Rolls Royce that was on loan for her use while she was in Chicago. So it was a very big deal. It was a very, very big deal. And I'm so glad that she had that experience, given how short of time she had left. I'm so glad that she knew that she was loved, that she could stand on her own merit. And all these years later, she is being remembered and celebrated through her granddaughter, LiliBet Diana. So very, very moving. I'm getting goosebumps. And of course, here's a few more of those photos. We do remember the one on the bottom left that came from the Christmas card. So of course, you're gonna have people trying to get into your psyche by saying, "Oh, they have not released the photo. They have not released the photo." And what I love about this community is that we all know when they're ready, we're ready for it. We don't, they want to try to create this kind of like disdain and hostility amongst us. And so far, no matter what the haters have thrown at us, we have been steadfast in our commitment, not only to the Sussexes, but to their causes, to the way they're changing the world. And we're not letting anybody interfere with that. I think that is extraordinary given everything that has been said and done. And we're still holding tight. So, again, like I said, everybody deserves some applause. All right. And here's another one. I think this is my favorite. I think this is my favorite that anyone has posted. I don't recall who it was, but I'm thinking this is my favorite. I love the colors. I love like the balloons, and anyway, I think this is my favorite out of all of them. And then this is the one that kind of caught me off guard. This one, I'm just like, okay, 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 I'm here. I'm here for it. Um, if you don't recognize her, that is Pebbles Flintstone. And I guess there was a scene. I mean, I found it, so obviously there was. There was a scene on the Flintstones where Pebbles was wearing a crown or a tiara. And I'm like, huh, the red hair. Okay, I get it. So yeah, all right, that's fun. I like it. I like it. Although, yeah, I'm just gonna say I do like it. Let me see. What was this one from yesterday? Congratulations, Sussex Squad. We did it. 100K before Princess Lilibet's big day. Yes, let us remember that we did reach 100K before her birthday. So there you go. Let's see. Leg says trolls are going to the comment section demanding photos. A true squatty doesn't make demands of Harry and Meghan. We support them and call out the smear campaign. Yes, yes, that's exactly what I was saying. Is that they're trying? They have nothing else, and so they're trying. I mean, it's like I almost feel sorry for them that they're so stupid to think that they are going to undermine us with something as ridiculous as, oh, they haven't released any photos. So what? I'm sure that I speak for a lot of squatties when I say I applaud the opportunity to see whatever the Sussexes are doing. But for their security, for their peace of mind, for their safety, if that means we don't see those kids until they're out of college, oh well. That's just the way it is. I would much rather that those kids are safe and that those kids are secure wherever they are than to have a bunch of photos floating around, which is why um, the pap photos of the children have no place on Royal Sussex. That that's very uncomfortable for me. So if other people in the royal household want to put their kids here, there, and everywhere, if that's all they got, then okay, so be it. But that's their business. But it doesn't mean anything to us that the Sussexes are keeping their photos and their videos and stuff private. They really should. They really should. That's not the point of it. Is we don't demand someone's children. We're not the royalists that want to love you so much that it could hurt you, or at least want to bask in your glow so much that it can cause harm to you or innocent people. No, we're not about that, and we never have been. So, I gotta say, I was if I'm not even going to speak it, but if you understand me, then you understand. I don't hate anybody in that family, and when I make fun of those people, um, I have an audience, and it's not about hating them. It's not about them per se, but there's a target audience that I have, and I'll just leave it at that. And it's for the very same reason that they, try to get into our psyche. I like to return it tenfold, and I don't apologize for it. I don't apologize for it. It takes the sting out of the situation, as far as I'm concerned. And people that get it, and those who don't, oh well. But no, we're not about hate. We don't go into their spaces to try to undermine them. But if you come into our spaces, then that particular target audience may feel as low as a well digger's behind when they walk away. So, touche. But thank you so much, Lex. And let's see, Marcel, is it Collender? Thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Every time I hear that bell, I almost look over my shoulder to see who's stepping out of the elevator, which is interesting because there's certainly not an elevator in my home. So, oh, oh well. So let me go back over here to Pebbles, and I think there was. Oh yeah, and I wanted to send out a special mention to Tyler Perry. Someone we always have to remember Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry has been a safe harbor for the Sussexes when they needed them, and so on an occasion like this, we cannot forget LiliBet Diana's godfather. So, as you may recall, the Tyler Perry Medea's Royal Safe House, rated R for Rego. Now, someone else in the squad made that, although my only contribution to that one was the rated R for Rego. I added that myself. And then here on the right, this one is totally me. This, of course, is Medea to the rescue. Harry, Megan, grab your baby and come on. Could you imagine the Sussexes piled up in Medea's old Cadillac? That I would pay good money for. I would pay good money for that. It's just so funny that Tyler Perry makes a movie about a witness protection program, and as they say, life imitates art. That just about the way it turned out. And the fact that the Sussexes asked Tyler Perry to be Lilibet's godfather, I'm telling you, I get goosebumps. I got off the phone, I took it all in, then I called them back and I go, hold on a second. Does this mean I got to go over there and do all that in the church with them? Because I don't want to do all of that. And that was Tyler Perry's reaction. First, he had to get off the phone and think about it. He had to take it all in. And then from that point, of course, that led to the, calling them back and everything. So very, very touching. And so thank you to Tyler Perry. Let me see. What is the next one? Oh, yeah, it's just a close-up photo here. And so that, of course, was what Tyler Perry mentioned in the docuseries, I believe it was. Okay, let's see here. Marjorie says on Prince Archie's birthday, when the Coronation hijacked the day, the derangers were saying how Meghan was going to release Archie's picture and make curtsying. I'm sorry, certainly gave them the, the finger. Good for Meg. In spite of everything they say, I am sure that the timing of most things Sussex is not deliberate. Like, for instance, we still don't know when those paparazzi photos of Meghan takes a walk or Meghan goes on a hike. We don't even know when those photos were taken. And if they timed the release for a particular day, we don't know. That was totally up to whoever decided to stalk them like they were prey. So we don't know. Okay, let me see here. 1960 says the trolls are like a pack of hyenas, specifically to hyenas in the lion, like the ones in the Lion King. They are awful, self-serving, and destructive. Calling them out, then they are being evil, then blocking and ignoring. Yeah, I haven't really. When I go over to their or should I say, the few occasions when I've actually seen some of their handiwork, um, I never like say anything, and I guess I'm gonna have to get on my burner account one day and release a little tension on them. But some of it is really hateful and malicious. So I can dish it out just as well as I can take it. And maybe one of these days I'll do that. Now I don't recommend it because this is how you really impact your mental health, is when you get into those exchanges. And I do respect the fact that a lot of squatties have removed themselves from the Twitter and other social media because of how nasty it can be. But it is very hurtful when someone that you love and respect is under attack for no good reason. And especially as ugly as it can be sometimes. Um, Someone was trying to convince me about something, and it wasn't a parody, it wasn't in fun. It was, I don't even think the person was serious, but they were doing the best that they could to try to, psychologically undermine me in some type of way. And so, usually I'm just like, whatever. And I see it in the comments sometimes. And thank you to the moderators who have removed so much of that stuff from the comments. And on occasion, some of it is directed toward me. And of course, I get a hoot out of it. I think it is so funny. I think it is so funny. Let's see. Joe Garcia says, Baron, this great day is Lily's birthday, so I would like to repeat Special K's new podcast segment and tell the haters and trolls to that. I didn't get a chance to see. Um, shut up, fool. I don't know why, for some reason, I thought there was a different F word in there. You see how fast I tried to catch myself. Thank you so much, Joe Garcia, for the super chat. I haven't had a chance to see Special K yet, and I'm gonna have to do that. It's like been a flood of the content creators in the past couple days, which is a good thing. It's an embarrassment of riches, and I appreciate it. So I am gonna try it because I love Special K, and I want to try to catch up with her. Today or tomorrow, perhaps. But yeah, so if you recommend it, then definitely I want to see it. Okay, let me see here. Robin Hyde says, now here's a laugh from OK Magazine. Kate Middleton outshines Ivanka Trump. As the women cross paths at the royal wedding in Jordan. That is funny. It's just too bad that all the attention was going to Ivanka rather than her when it comes to her husband. But that is a laugh. Yeah, and all I could think of at the time, if you don't mind me taking a second to be shady, but I recall when they sent, is it Ivana, when they sent Ivanka to the royal, what is, no, I'm sorry, not royal, the world finance, some finance conference, and the whoever that lady is her name Lagarde, whatever her name is, the one that's like part of the IMF or something like that. And she was having a conversation with these heads of states, and all of a sudden here comes that Trump daughter putting her face in it, and all of them just kind of looked like, excuse us. you don't have nothing to do with this. And it was like, that was like my best day since Christmas when that happened. So yeah, yeah. Charlene Bates, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Happy Sunday. Happy LiliBet Diana's birthday. And on another note, may I say our hearts are with cookies and cream and family. So I made a little card. Actually, this image, you'll see it. I think that was the last thing that I posted. If you go over to the community tab, you can leave your thoughts or whatever prayers you'd like to share with cookies and cream. I'm just going to leave it there. And so far, I think about 150 people replied in a very short period of time. And I do thank you for that. As you know, Cookies and Cream's father passed away. And Cookies and Cream has been a longtime supporter of Royal Sussex and so many other platforms, as well as a moderator, I think, on a few different platforms, including this one. So if you happen to be listening, Cookies and Cream, our hearts are going out to you, and thank you so much for everything you've done for the community. And take as much time as you need to gather things, gather your thoughts and such. And we'll be here for you. So we got this. We got this, and we're with you. So yes, thank you everybody who signed the card over on the Royal Sussex Community tab. Lex says Tyler Perry saved Harry and Meghan. He gave them shelter, security, and time. It is what a true father friend would do. That's true, fam. The British royal family hates him for it. Absolutely, Legs. And thank you so much for pointing that out. That is, I mean, the Tyler Perry is like an angel. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that a prince of the realm from an institution which has been considered like the very epitome of white supremacy, that this man of African descent, an American of African descent, would be the one to save the prince and his family, to give them shelter, to give them protection when it seemed like so many people in the world was turning against them, although there is a silent majority of people that are in their corners, in their corner rather. But who could have seen that happen? Who could have seen that coming? So that is like one part of this story that, of their story, should I say, that um, encourages me. Let you guys hear from Tyler Perry.
I stopped dreaming. God's dreams were much bigger than mine. And I found myself at a place where everything that I had dreamed had come true. So now the things that I had are far beyond anything I could have imagined. I never knew I would know a prince and a princess. That wasn't even what that was about. What I was reaching out to her for was because they were giving her hell. And a lot of it was because she was a black woman.
Absolutely.
And I flat out, no denying it, I completely knew that. And I wanted to reach out and let her know that there was somebody there for her. And I sent her a note, and not expecting anything to come of it. And she said, thank you so much. And that was it. And a couple of years later, we started talking, and she was able to talk. And the only reason I'm sharing this is because she shared it first.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And we were able to talk, and she was telling me some of the things that were going on. And I'm just so proud of where they are now, because I'm gonna tell you something. Those two people love each other. I don't care what anybody says. I'm seeing it up close, and you can't fool me.
Yeah.
I got the Holy Ghost. Okay. You can't fool me. I know what's real. They really genuinely love each other. So I'm just so happy to see where they are now.
Reached out to her and said, come, you can live in my home.
Yeah, it was a very difficult time for them. And what I know about the two of them, and I wish the world knew how much they love these two people love each other. They found each other out of all these odds against them finding each other, they found each other. And the love that they have is really, really moving. And I just wanted to do anything I could to support them.
Isn't that funny? Sometimes you know when you meet someone.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you can see like what love is.
Right.
You can tell right away.
Yeah, yeah. And if I don't have that, what she and Harry have, I don't want it. That's really amazing.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
Wow, that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
All right. So thank you, Tyler Perry. Shirley Kearney, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. Leisha, let's see. Brave Tyler Perry, not afraid of the backlash for supporting Harry and Meghan, like many others who support them more quietly. Absolutely. Absolutely. It does not come without its risk. And thank you for pointing that out, because that is a factor. And of course, being an African American, man, we know what that type of energy looks like. And like, for instance, when Oprah Winfrey went through it, she has been vetted every way you possibly could. They have said so many things about her, especially in the Inquirer and the Star magazines or newspapers, magazines. They have said so many things about her. They have posted pictures, violated her privacy and such, every way they could. And so I'm pretty sure that the amount of backlash even caught Oprah off guard. But whether you could say she wasn't prepared for it, I would be inclined to believe that if anybody knows how these things go, it would be an Oprah. And Tyler Perry seems to have handled this extremely well. And he was living homeless in his car. I don't know what more a person could do that would be worse than that. So, and I hope we never find out. I pray we never find out. But yeah, so he's been through a lot, so he understands. And like he says, I know what abuse looks like, and she has been abused, and that is the reason why he reached out to her, because he could see how these things were going. And so all those, years or months, years later, he's a godfather to their daughter. And I just think that's very, very beautiful. So thank you so much for that, Alicia. Okay, so you guys, I am going to get into that other situation that we spoke about, and it continues to evolve. And so, just so you know, I'm going there, but and we can continue with this other discussion. As a matter of fact, before I get into that person whose name I hate to say, let me share. If you didn't see the little short videos that I shared, not shorts, but I decided to retune the one from Jordan. Let me see. I hope I have it here. I decided to retune that one, and it is hilarious. I must say so myself. So to that particular audience that I'm trying to reach, I hope you enjoyed that. So if you continue to play in our spaces, there's more coming. Oh, okay. So I haven't seen this type of situation ever since Dorothy Spornak put Sophia Petrillo in the home. Although in this case, it seems like someone has taken Sophia out of the home and put them in front of a photographer. Just when you thought things could not get any lower, then this happens. Now, I am not one to speculate. I'm just kidding. I do speculate. But this is so twisted. I'm telling you, there is like a textbook approach to keeping this guy's name good, to keeping this guy on television. In any other country, and for any other person in that situation, it would be career ending. But in this case, I think that this person is going to monetize this situation and their career is going to reach new heights. All they have to do is play victim. Let's see. Corchos, 98. Thank you so much for the super sticker and thank you for watching. Royal Sussex, happy Sunday to you and happy LiliBet's birthday. And let's see. Andrew Bodie says, Baron, you're on the ball. Thanks for all you do. Thank you so much. Oh, all right. I could take a hit. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching. Royal Sussex, happy Sunday, happy LiliBet Diana Mountbatten-Windsor birthday day to you. Thank you very much. All right. So, what is that, Shirley? I probably can't say it out loud. Let me see here. Okay. You know, so I think some of the language that they used, especially against the Sussexes, like I'm not even going to repeat some of the stuff that I've heard them say, but some of the language that they've used, I'm just like, if that was, say, the president of the United States, surely there would have been a visit by now. Surely there would have been a visit by now. Okay. Oh, let me see here. Only left the house in LA for the kids. Okay. All right. Okay. So now I saw this image and it reminded me of a major motion picture. It reminded me of a major motion picture. And so sometimes things just kind of, come to me and I cannot not see it. And so I decided instead of Forrest Gump, which is spelled with an F, how about this one? How about this one? Huh? Did I go there? Did I go there? I could not help myself. It was like all of a sudden I found myself unable to stop. I'm like, what if I do this? What if I do that? What if I do this? What if I do that? And the next thing I know, this is what I got. Not Forrest Gump. Oh man. I tell you what, if the park bench fits, sit on it. My mama told me life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Well, that's true, because I'm pretty sure all those years ago, when mama gave birth, she had no idea that her son would be so notorious. But yet there he is, um, like a box of chocolates, a very twisted curiosity to be around. But yeah, so that was, I tell you, some of these things just take on a life of their own. So you could just swap out Tom Hanks and put him in there, and there you have it. Oh, what would Mama think, huh? Huh? Too much? Too much? Or how did they say it? Too soon? Too soon? Oh, okay. So if you take here, the saga actually played out on um, on the pages of the tabloids, where he went and got his mama, and there just so happens to have been a photographer when they went to a park bench, and he sat down and poured his heart out. He had to break his mama's heart. But the thing is, if this was anybody else besides a British tabloid person that has obviously been protected, because I consider that This Morning thing just tabloid TV. If this has been anybody else, not anybody, but anybody else, um, they would have skewered that person. And then, of course, is it really okay to talk on the phone and vape and drive all at the same time? Not to say that that's what's going on here, but it kind of looks like it, that someone is vaping and talking and driving. That's what it appears to be. Vape, talk, drive. Vape, talk, drive. And he's been hanging on to that vaping tool of his. I don't know what's in it, but he has been hanging on to it. Leg says he made sure the sunroof was open for lighting. Yes, yes. As a matter of fact, I have to tell you, you must be reading my mind, because right here, all I could think of was his mama saying, "Is the lighting okay? How is the lighting? Is the lighting okay? You know, this is not my best side." That's what I was thinking. Maybe they're two of a kind. I don't know. We shouldn't be so quick to assume that she's not playing a role in everything that's going on here. But thank you so much, Legs, for pointing that out, because I was definitely thinking that earlier. And I almost put one of those little talking, caption bubbles, but I said, nah, that'd be too much. VS, hello, family. Although I'm not really there, thank you so much for being here, although you're not really here. VS, you got to see the video that I made. If you can go back to it and say, hello, Ivy here, but it's for Princess LiliBet. And then here, feels heartbreak, tender moment, devastated person comforts his mom as he gives her the news of his this morning sacking. And there's poor mom with her all-terrain walking frame, her all-terrain walker. And I don't know if it's me, or does it look like he's looking directly into the camera? I mean, he should. You ordered him, allegedly. Allegedly. Yeah, this has taken on a life of its own, and I'm just so So disgusted by it. Beverly says to any of our British squatties, if any of you continue to listen and support these fools on TV, newspaper, radio, then I think your country is going down the river. Um, you know, if anybody is watching legacy television anywhere and they don't see that this is, happening, but this is in particular, though, to your point, Beverly McCaskill, you wouldn't get this on American television. This type of thing, you're gone and you're gone, and that's all to it. I mean, look at Amy Robar and TJ, what's his name? They're gone. They're gone. Who knows what their career is going to hold for them? And their situation was not nearly as touchy as this one, and they're gone. They were a distraction, and in your contract, you don't have a right to do that. In this situation, he's gone, but everyone within the industry seems to be on board with helping him salvage his career. And as I said yesterday, they're getting away with it. They are getting away with it. And they are playing to the very sympathies of the public. Now, what's more, I mean, look at this. This looks like one of those commercials about finding a home for your mother. That's what it looks like. This looks like one of those commercials. Isn't there like a thing called A Home for Mom? That's what this looks like. Next thing you know, we're going to see her playing shuffleboard and riding around in a golf cart and playing cards and doing some type of senior line dancing and such. You could easily lift these images and make one of those extended care homes for seniors, for pensioners, and it would look just the same, except for the part where he's driving, vaping, and talking on his mobile. Except for that, you could not put that in one of those commercials. But the scene on the park bench, the walking in the tall grass, all of that stuff, yeah, you could easily lift these images and make one of those commercials out of it. So, yeah, they intend to help his situation, and there may be a good reason for it. Like right here, Jeremy Clarkson. I've never seen a witch hunt like the Situation saga. Clarkson suggests the public outrage for the former person, I don't want to say that one either, host was due to that. And that is how they're spinning the story. They are twisting the story to make it seem as though he's the victim. And notice all of this comes out in Pride Month. All of this is going to come out in Pride Month. And so during the Pride Month, all over the world is Pride Month. And this is at a time when people speak out and defend the LGBT, the community, when people speak out and defend the community and celebrate the community and such. So they pick this month, almost to the very start of the first of the month, they pick this month to fight this battle where they are defending him as a member of the community. He's being defended, and that his situation is not bad because of, the age of the person that it happened to. Is bad because the world is picking on him for that reason. Well, I don't know when in the past he's actually been such an active part of the community. So Dr. Charlotte Proudman, that person literally started a witch hunt against Meghan Markle, saying he hated her on a cellular level, wanted her stripped naked and marched through the streets with poop thrown at her while people shout shame. Yet here he is emphasizing with, it should be sympathizing, right? Sympathizing with a man for abusing his power, shaking my head. So exactly. Is and not only him, but let us not forget Hoghead. Hoghead has risen to the defense of him as well. So let me see. Is this it right here? Oh no, that's we talked about that yesterday. We talked about this yesterday as well. And I'm trying to find Hoghead. Maybe that was from the day before. But oh no, it wasn't. Yeah, I guess it was just yesterday. But maybe I spoke about it the day before as well. But Hoghead has decided to say how much longer is this going to go on, as though he is being singled out in some kind of way and is in no way responsible for the situation that he's in. But this is incredible. I promise you, I did not see this coming. I thought that they were going to enjoy the ratings, and they did get some good ratings that first week. But I thought they were going to ride those ratings all the way to the bank. Oh, here it is. Here's Hoghead. Unless that person's ex-lover contradicts his version of events to The Sun and the BBC, then it's time to stop this relentless persecution of a guy who lost everything and looks right on the edge to me. Looks right on the edge to me. Why did he have to run out of the studio setting a record for a mammal on 2 feet? Why did he have to run out of the studio? What got him relieved of his duty at Good Morning Britain? It was because when a person was in a bad situation, when someone said that they were struggling mentally, he said he did not believe them. And yet this person, he is fully willing to take every word as the gospel. Every word is so true and so profound and so likely meaningful, and that if we don't stop this, we may not have this person anymore. Isn't that something? Isn't that something how that works out? You, the abuser, and of course, Clarkson, the abuser, two people that seem to have it in for women of color, and I would say Hoghead more so than anybody else is more verbal about women of color. He's more often going after women of color. That person in particular decides that he is going to close ranks along with the other abuser and stand up for white men, the very top of the food chain, the very top of the pyramid, the apex predator in the Western industrial civilized world, the white man who has had the power all these hundreds of years, a person who should be in a position where he doesn't really need their help. But of course, that's not the point. He's one of them. And so they are going to extend that aid and protection to him, as well as the fact that they belong to an industry in a particular country where they always seem to protect people like that or people accused of anything like that. And so part of this game that they're playing is they keep establishing a certain age. They keep establishing that number so that nobody ever takes the opportunity to look past that number. Thank you, Little Mac. Absolutely. That's exactly where I'm going right now. Nobody ever looks past that number. And so we were satisfied to believe that it didn't apply to both brothers, just the older or the younger brother? But there are people that are saying that it's not that number, it's another number. It wasn't that age, it's another age. But they are doing everything they can to make sure that we stay stuck on a particular age when they met. We stay stuck on a particular age when they seem, how did he say it? It just happened. They are making sure that nobody thinks beyond that reference point in time. And so we're getting it from the media, we're getting it from him. And I guess that's where it drops off, because there's no outside media that is going to come in. Now, what would really bake his noodle, what would really change things, he better hope that the Guardian does not pick this up. He better hope that the Guardian does not do to this story what they were doing before the coronation, right? Because that's about the only place that I could imagine that they would actually dare to break ranks is with the Guardian, or maybe even Byline. But I'm thinking more likely the Guardian. So if you're listening to me, the Guardian, do what you do, boo. Do what you do, because otherwise this is just going to fizzle out, and eventually they're going to be back on television. They're going to be back on television. Diana Hawkins says, Baron, everybody knows that when your son has not been in a relationship, but instead a situationship, I like that, you got to break out old blossom. Mama, take her. Yeah, exactly. Take mama for, instead of throw mama from the train, take mama for a stroll. A nice photo op stroll. There you go. Instead of throw mama from the train, take mama for a stroll. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen an old lady do a performance like this since Helen Hayes passed. Helen Hayes is not as compelling as his mama. She's doing her job. She's doing her job, as if she doesn't watch those particular media outlets, as if she doesn't own a telephone. He had to take her for a walk in front of the cameras to tell her. Y'all, I'm telling you, they're getting away with it. So there you can see on the left side, sparks uproar for his morning fans as he defends Jeremy Clarkson. Well, paying it forward, what is Jeremy Clarkson doing? What is Jeremy Clarkson doing? As a matter of fact, I think someone said that at no time has he mentioned anything about phone hacking. That is, Phil hasn't mentioned anything about phone hacking. I don't think that that's been actually a subject on This Morning. I don't know, because I don't watch it, but that's what someone said. So I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to not talk about it, because after all, it would involve the son, wouldn't it? It would involve the fail at some point, wouldn't it? So, of course, you're not going to talk about those cases, or you'll try to avoid those and stick with the usual recipe of Harry and Meghan. Let me see here. Thank you, Joy Moore. Agreed. Let me see. Okay. Des Map, hi, everybody. Oh, Des Maps want to say hi to a few people. I'll leave that up there. Okay. All right, so there you go. It is being paid forward. I defended you, so you have to defend me. Now, I'm not saying that's exactly how it goes, but I'm alleging that that seems to be the case. And, ever since the start of this, Blondie there on the right side looks shadier and shadier. Oh boy, does she look shady. I mean, she's in it up to her thoroughly dyed roots. She is in it thick as thieves. And of course, she'll be back on television tomorrow. She gets to keep her job. And I don't see why she should lose her job because everybody is playing their part. Now, I think she should. I'm not saying that I think she deserves to keep it. I think she does need to lose her job. But so long as everybody else is in character, then why should she, she's playing the role. Everybody else is playing the role. So I'm going to say very sarcastically, why should she lose her job? Everybody else gets to keep theirs. Eventually, he'll be back. So there's no reason for her to leave, since in some way, form, and fashion, even if they never work together again, he will be back. B10, I'm looking at you right now. I don't know. I mean, I can see you. There's a little delay, but yeah, but I can see you. So I don't know. But anyway, hi, B10. Okay, let me go on to the next one here. So Sky deleted the tweet is wild. Allison going on a blocking spree. I guess they really can protect a Black woman tapping to their tune. I'm shocked, to be honest. So yeah, this Black woman, I guess, is being protected as a family. Wait, I have to do it like she did it because, she started getting that deep sound. As a family, we're all struggling to process everything. So Allison became emotional on this morning after viewing that person admitting his career is over following a scandal over an affair with a younger person. Oh, but she was getting choked up right on cue. As a family, we're struggling. I'm like, Allison, if you don't get out of here with that, you play too much. But yeah, she was just outdone. We're all really still struggling to process everything. And my mother always said the Bible says he was without sin, cast the first stone. Girl, goodbye. I mean, she was just all of that performing and had nothing to say, as you're seeing another woman of African descent being skewered day after day after day. And you know better. Yep, you know better. But she wants to get on that couch so bad. We're all struggling. Yeah, you're struggling. And you ought to be struggling. If you ask me, the whole show ought to be canceled. What a phony. So one of the squaddies posted this, how the toxic British media see themselves. I'm going to just say an empowered white man, and how the world sees the British media. A bunch of rats, a bunch of rodents, a royal rodent. That is how the rest of the world sees it. Time after time, when they take polls, in all of the Western industrialized world, the least trusted media, I think there's like maybe 2 that are worse than the British media. Only 2. And also, when it comes to, I guess that was the point. Let me see here. B10, what's going on? Thanks, guys. I see that you type, but not my own. I think YouTube is giving me a warning or a taste of what's to come if I've been very outspoken lately. Well, I don't know what device you're using, but if you're on your phone, you may need to do an update because, the software changes sometimes and it can be kind of glitchy if you're behind in your update. So if you're on your computer or on your phone and you have a software update, um, that may help the situation because sometimes they can be a bit glitchy. Oh, you know what? I'm not even looking at the other screen. Let me see. Who has 8 months? I see 8 months. Oh, Reba Henderson. Thank you so much for 8 months of membership to Royal Sussex. And happy LiliBet Diana Mountbatten-Windsor birthday to you. I was thinking about that today, how they were trying to take those titles, how they were trying to deny those titles for those children. And I don't want to say that they were outwitted by the Duchess of Sussex because I don't know the ins and outs of it. But you all have been witness to how these things evolved, how they would not put LiliBet's title on the. Actually, they wouldn't put either of the children. They wouldn't put their titles on the official royal website. Now, as I've said so many times, if those titles, if those anything, whatever those things from the family, whatever the Sussex's position, if it's important to them, then it's important to me. And when somebody tells me, stop calling her princess, she's not a princess, until I hear from the Sussexes to stop doing that, then I'm going to keep doing it because she is a princess. Meghan is a princess of the realm. It says so on one of those birth certificates or something like that on Archie's, I think. Occupation, princess of the realm. Even though they step back from official duty, she is still a royal princess. So I decided that I'm going to call her princess. And if that gets under certain people's skin, which I hear from them in the comments all the time, and then, of course, I block them in the comments all the time, then so be it. But that is, and plus Tyler Perry said she's a princess. So if Tyler Perry said it and I said it, then it must be true. So if you're wondering what the royal reporters do during their off hours, you can see right here, they go back to their little holes. They go back to their nest or whatever, and they sit there and they eat cheese and make up stuff and tell fibs and all that kind of stuff. That's what they do. And Fu says, we also have to remember that the royal cult has long tentacles and they can protect that person without having seen to be involved. This is a travesty for the British media and people. Exactly. And that's exactly what they're doing is they're giving protection. And I won't be surprised to see them to see him, that is, back on television. I don't think he has anything to lose. They sat down and came up with a plan, allegedly, and they are following that plan. And as long as everybody stays in character, and I do mean everybody stays in character, then by the time, let's say, the what do you call it? The Guardian, or perhaps maybe the New York Times, maybe the Rolling Stone or something like that. Maybe they'll be the ones to do it. But by the time they put this article out, it's going to be all but forgotten. There's just not enough interest outside of Narnia that it's going to make a difference. So my prediction is, as much as I hate to say it, but my prediction is he gets away with it. Especially, like I said, it's all a matter of the numbers. And if they don't, make anything out of when they met, if they don't establish when they met, and in particular, if we never hear from the other person involved, then that's it. That's it. There's nothing that is going to happen. It is going to blow over. And so the bad thing about this is that it is going to embolden everyone involved, that the very next time something like this happens, they can pull out the old playbook and get away with it again. They have gotten away with it numerous times before, but this has just been one of the more visible times that has happened. Other times, before the height of the information age, which we're in right now, they were able to get away with it, other people. And so it's in the culture, it's in the media culture, it's within the government. As I was telling someone the other day, that if they really chose to do something about this, if they really had, for lack of a better word, the Red Scare or a Salem witch hunt, if they did those types of tactics where they went after multiple people at the same time, then they would probably have to shut down the government. They would probably lose a lot of those people in the media, because there's so many people that are complicit, that are so involved. So, and to be fair, it's no different than Washington, D.C. It really isn't. When they decided to identify some of those congressional pages years ago, when they had a big thing about that, those people in Congress were preying upon some very naive or very ambitious people that were congressional pages. You could substitute page for runner, okay? The congressional pages. And so many times, everybody knew about it, and there was nothing said or done until it became a thing. When it became very public, then of course everybody was outraged. They didn't see this coming. How could they do that? These things never go unnoticed. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm just picking on any of the British institutions and singling them out, because there's plenty of that here in the US. But the thing is, here, you're less likely to have a comeback. Over there, you are uplifted and protected, for your indiscretions or your acts. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Lydia. Thank you. $127,212 for the Kaboom. That is outstanding. That is outstanding. Thank you so much for that. So there you go. That person's advocate. Someone in the Sussex squad made this yesterday. Excuse me. Jenny Vick says, Allison is trying to play smart. She got a job out of the situation. She has a foot in both camps, crying. You mean crying? Because her throat was getting all tight. Crying and quoting the Bible. Where her mother's Bible, when they were crucifying Megan. That's what she was crying. And her throat was getting all tight. And she was just trying to struggle to work things out. Oh, she was putting, was she doing it or was she doing it? She was, I'm just struggling to try to work things out. And my mother's Bible, we're just, and was struggling. Yeah, girl, I hear you struggling. Yeah, you got. I hear the lump in your throat. Yeah, I know a struggle when I hear one. Yeah, I mean, her voice got so deep. I got to remember to do that. Next time I'm in trouble in the workplace, I am going to make sure that I tell them I'm struggling and my mother's Bible. So the moral of the story is, if you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. If you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. I'm not sure exactly how that applies to this situation, because it seems like they're getting away with it. But at a certain point, maybe, just maybe, that will be applicable. But in the meantime, you got the likes of Hoghead that's in your corner. That's going to help you see your way through this. That's going to cry foul on your behalf, even though allegedly there was a reason for you to be relieved of your position. So, but then again, as I said, Hoghead himself had to run out of the studio at a record-breaking speed because he doubted that someone was struggling mentally. Now he's advocating for someone who allegedly and questionably is struggling mentally. Now all of a sudden he has gone from an attack dog to a defender. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that interesting how he casts so much doubt? He casts so much doubt, called her Princess Pinocchio and just didn't believe her and all that. And now all of a sudden he's sitting up there, figuratively speaking, massaging the shoulders of the culprit, allegedly. Make that make sense. Yep. And then if that's not enough, they go and find someone in desperate need of a seat at the couch, and they get her on TV struggling. We're all struggling. As a family, we're really still struggling to process everything. Oh, man. Well, until the struggle is over, Allison, your job is safe. Your job is safe. Nobody's going to make you leave. You're going to keep your seat at the couch while you're struggling. Oh, man. That reminded me of Oprah. Get my chillin' out of here. Somebody get my chillin' out of here. That's what it reminds me of. Okay, so let me see. I haven't heard anything else about the wig snatcher, but I reworked that video yesterday, so I probably won't do it here right now because it's a little longer now. But if you get a chance, make sure you watch it, because as you know, the attorney that what the heck? Well, no, that's too jarring. It upsets me too, so I'm going to leave that alone. But yes, the wig snatcher, he lost his job. The law firm said that he no longer works there. So I guess that should send a message back to the rest of the community. Do not pull on a sister's hair. And they're saying that that people are wondering why the police haven't gotten involved yet. So with that, I am going to go to, where are we? So Little Mermaid is still crushing it, y'all. Little Mermaid is still crushing it at the box office. I think they said by the end of the weekend that they should be at about $300 to $350 million. And right here, this is a phenomenon that we haven't seen since Black Panther. When with Black women and Black women leaders buy out theaters for the Little Mermaid opening weekend. That's what they did. The sisters came together And it says, oh, wait a minute. Let me do this. Okay, here we go. So, leave it up to Black women to lead a nation's effort to buy out theaters in support of Disney's The Little Mermaid, starring Halle Bailey. With Halle serving as Disney's first Black live-action princess, Win with Black women, and the Black women leaders team up to launch an inspiring initiative that bought out theaters nationwide for the new film's opening weekend. Black Westchester reports. Oh, Letitia Williams, thank you so much for the super sticker. I'm just struggling. I'm getting so choked up. We're family. We're all struggling. It's hard to stop. I guess I'm struggling. So, the diverse leaders who represent various industries successfully bought out over 100 theaters and hosted private screenings that aided in the film's box office success as the #1 movie in the world, earning over $723 million worldwide. That means by next weekend, it's going to be $1 billion movie, as noted by Rotten Tomatoes. Wow, that is very, very impressive. So the article goes on to say, we understand the powerful influence of representation and want to highlight the importance of supporting strong, dynamic depictions of Black women in all walks of life. The private screenings were held in major markets like Los Angeles, Chicago, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, and New York, as well as smaller markets including Florence, South Carolina, Kansas City, Missouri, Jackson, Mississippi, Columbia, South Carolina, Prince George's County, Maryland, Little Rock, Arkansas, Clayton County, Georgia, and more. Attendees were encouraged to engage in impactful conversations and celebrations of the history that is Halle made with her starring role as the mermaid Ariel. Let's see, it also says, as a Black woman business owner who serves the community, I think it's crucial that we share positive Black images on the screen, off the screen, and buying screens. Holly Holiday, entrepreneur and Win with Black women leaders, said a number of prominent Black figures aided in the initiative by pledging their support, including best-selling author and recipient of the 2023 Luminary Award, Luvi Ajayi Jones. I hope I'm saying it right. Business leader Michelle Dubois, Jacoda Edie, Tamika Isaac Devine, and renowned filmmaker Gina Prince Bythewood, Felicia Henderson, and Mara Brock Akil, among many others. We believe our collective action will ignite inspiration with future generations. This is about more than a film. It's a spotlight on stories of courage that are reflections of Black women. We need more stories like this. So hashtag Win with Black Women is continuing its theater buyout initiative as Little Mermaid continues to dominate the box office worldwide. That is so, so beautiful. That is so beautiful. I love that. I absolutely love it. I adore it. That's just beautiful. Let me see here. I did not know that it was that big, but according to this article, It is huge. It is huge. So there you go. And with that, you guys, there I go because I think I am done now. I think so. Was that it? Let me see here. Yes, that was it for today. So thank you all very much. And don't worry, I'm going to get past this struggle. Oh, and by the way, someone just Venmo'd me. Thank you so much for that. LC, thank you for the Venmo. Greatly appreciated. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Cut that out the corner of my eye. So yes, thank you very much. Sorry to be so late today, but I was so busy working on my Forrest Gump, among other things. I was busy working on Forrest Gump. I'm trying to find let me see, that was from the second, I think it's maybe the 1st of June. I'm trying to find the slides with the other images of the mermaid. I'll share those with you again. But so thank you. I really appreciate you guys being here. Again, congratulations. This has been such a successful campaign for Archie and Lily's birthday. Remember, the link is at the top of the chat. Look at those queens. Look at those beautiful princesses walking around in their little mermaid outfits. Look at it, is so cute. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. I was looking for at least one of those. But yes, I love this idea of buying out the theaters. Look, I can't afford to do it myself, but I am going to cheer those who can. Sorrel, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. I don't know how or when I'm going to stop doing that because I'm struggling. I want a seat at the couch. I got to get my seat at the couch. I'm going to do whatever. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get on the couch. Because I'm struggling. You hear me? I'm struggling. I want the couch so bad. We're a family. And I want to stay in a family. So I'm going to get a seat at that couch. Whatever I do. Didn't they make a song about me? I think it's, you're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baron, you're no good. I'm gonna say it again. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baron, you're no good. And you're struggling. Oh man. Okay. Oh, there it is. This is what I was looking for. This was the other day. Just in case you guys haven't seen it. The other day they were posting pictures when they were talking about the backlash that Haley Bailey received for her role. And so they did a reimagined version of this meme. If you remember this meme, it's where the guy is walking down the street and he turns and he's like rubbernecking, trying to see the beautiful girl that just crossed his path, even though he's with his girlfriend. Well, someone reimagined that situation using the Ariel doll. So you have the old Ariel with the bright red hair, and you have Ariel 2023, the sister, with the, very reddish brown hair. So, and then of course, here are the Disney princesses and queens before Ariel showed up. But then when Ariel showed up, then all of a sudden everybody started turning away and, you know, side eyeing and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was a lot of fun. And there is another image of Ariel. So I haven't seen the movie yet. I do want to see it. And this was some little girls watching the trailer some 8 months ago when they showed the trailer, and they noticed that the princess, this Disney princess, looks just like them. Now, one of the criticisms that I've heard is that the Disney prince, if you will, is played by someone who, you know, he seems as though he can be of mixed race or more Italian looking or something like that. But the thing is, as much as people push against the idea of, you know, those two characters together, usually older people, of course, we have to remember that there are so many people, more than ever in history, that are born of these unions of, you know, parents that are of different races and cultures and background, that there's a place where they fit in this world. And some of those children are going to grow up identifying as one or the other. And then you'll have some that identify as both. They want to maintain both their identities. And I am not the racial ethnic identity police, and I refuse to tell people who they are and what they should identify. I'm not getting into that. So these children are happy to see someone that looks like them, and I wish we could just leave it there and let those kids enjoy this movie and not judge the situation. I've done my DNA, and I have a relative with red hair, so you know, we're melting pots, some of us, and you know, whatever we identify, it doesn't change that. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Yes, he looks very Hispanic or Latino to me, but whatever the case may be, for so many African Americans, either one of them look like someone in our families, and that's just the truth. So I, for one, am not going to criticize anyone about this movie. I'm not going to tell who should look at what like what. There are enough people doing that. I'm not going to be one of them. So I'm just glad the movie was made. I'm glad these children are happy. I'm glad they see that there's someone that looks like them, that are doing great things. And you know, there's one more thing that I was thinking. If this movie would encourage Black children to learn to swim, one of the things that is, you know, somewhat disturbing, but it doesn't make it untrue, is that in emergency situations, we find out that a lot of Black people don't know how to swim. At least African Americans don't know how to swim. There's not enough schools and community centers and such that have swimming pools these days. So if it encourages children to swim, then, you know, I took swim in high school, but if I had to swim tomorrow, I don't know what would happen. Although I have to say, because of my usual diet, I like to think that I'm probably as buoyant as a buoy, but I don't know. So if that encourages that, I wish there was like a campaign along with this movie to teach African American children or any other African descent children to swim. I hope that at some point will be a part of it, because we need that. We really do need that. So that's just my little editorial moment. So thank you all very much. Thank you, moderators, as always, for keeping this a safe space. Also, thank you for your contributions to Royal Sussex. Greatly appreciated. And thank you all who have participated. It's not too late to share that link at the top of the chat with anyone in your universe. You could share that. Also, thank you for the prayers for Cookies and Cream. Again, if you go to the community tab, you will find that there is a card for you to sign, or, well, not a physical card, of course, but there is a virtual card for you to sign to send your well wishes to Cookies and Cream, because Cookies and Cream and her family lost. Cookies and Cream father passed away. So if you guys could please go and share your thoughts and wishes or prayers, I'll show you what it looks like if I can grab it here. Oh, okay. Let me see. There we go. It looks like this. So yeah, if you could find that and leave a kind word or two, it'd be greatly appreciated. And again, congratulations to the Sussex squad for another incredible fundraiser. I don't know how long the site is going to stay up, but while we have it, feel free to use it or share the link. There we go. Until the next fundraiser. Okay, so as always, to our queens, much love and so much affection for these monumental people known as Harry and Meghan. And also, I will be looking for a last word very soon. Oh, there we go. There's our new total. $127,318. There you go. You can buy a lot of play sets with that, a lot. So, and just think, what was the goal? $10,000. I think the goal was like $10,000, and in that short amount of time, boom, we have managed to exceed that by so much more. So that is the spirit of the Sussex squad. All right, good night, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And let's see, how do we close this out today? Excuse me. Okay. Yep, the movie is doing very well. They said over $350 million in the U.S. by the end of the week. By the end of this weekend, rather. And then for next week, I'm going to say worldwide, they're likely to go to $1 billion. So that's good, though. That's good. It will offset some of that initial hostility that was thrown at the movie, the usual suspects. Oh, was it 20,000? Okay, thank you so much. 20,000, and now look at it as 127,000 and some change. Very cool. Good night, Maggie Howell. All right. Good night, Susie Q. Okay. Oh, Compton Caligal says, took my granddaughter to the drive-in to see The Little Mermaid, backed and let down the back seats and opened the hatch of the SUV. They were so excited while eating the snacks I bought in. Okay, Compton Caligal, they don't have those things that go on the windows anymore, right? Now they have it where you can tune in your car radio, I think. Is that how they do it now? Because I remember they had that big metal thing that would go on the window of the car, and sometimes people would drive off and it would shatter the glass. I remember seeing Cotton Goes to Harlem at the drive-in. I haven't been to the drive-in since I was knee-high to a cricket. Oh, man, it's been some years. The drive-in movie. That brings back some memories. Wow, what a great experience. I'm so glad that your granddaughters had that experience. That is great. So they can tell their grandkids about going to a drive-in movie. Lovely. So I think Raven has found the right words. Blessings all. Love conquers all. Thank you so much. That is beautiful. And you know what? That looks like an ending to me. Oh, okay. B10. Pretty. You got blocked? Andrew, you got blocked? Wow. Interesting. I love it. Sometimes you got to take the battle to the enemy. That's what I say. Okay, so with that, thank you so much, Raven, for those beautiful words. And with that, I am going to play LiliBet's birthday song one more time. And then I'm going to cue the Ginger Avenger. This is so sweet. I love this photo. I love this. That is so sweet. Okay, where are we going here? What did I do with it? Oh, this is it. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Today is LiliBet Diana Mountbatten-Windsor's birthday. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Church Nellie's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. What? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, I
get to the PDR. So yes, everybody saw her, but that's where the PDR was. You had no choice. Once they were all in the PDR, the doors were closed. Directly outside the PDR was a la carte dining section. And in that section was her security detail, because you could see directly into the private dining room, so you could see who was going in and out. And also people from the restaurant group and other people we knew we could sit back there and trust, because they didn't give a shit Meghan Markle was here. Originally supposed to be the main server, but the firm, I think, can't confirm that, but I think it was the firm. They wanted me to sign an NDA. I refused. And so I became the second, which means that I would just go into the room to help assist, serve, clear, if drinks need to be dropped off, wine poured, whatever. Every time I was in the room, everything that I heard, saw, experienced firsthand, she is lovely, respectful, kind, was just having dinner with her friends. That's it. Like any one of us. It's not newsworthy at all. I guess it's newsworthy because people have this preconceived notion about her. Nothing that I experienced was like that with her. She was great. Always please and thank you. Always eye contact. Always engaging. Having a really great time with her friends in this private room. She had no excuse to be anything other than herself, because she was now in a safe environment. And so I saw, in my opinion, what I feel was the real Meghan. She was just alone with her friends. And I was a bit of a fly on the wall, and I thought she was fantastic. The night ended, she left, she said goodbye to all of us. I did say to my colleague after, everything was said and done, what did you think of her? Since he was the main person in the room and he spent a significant amount of time in there. He said to me, Krista, I gotta tell you, she's one of the nicest human beings I have ever met in my life. Not celebrity, not civilian, doesn't matter. Totally the nicest human I have ever met in my life. He couldn't stop raging about her. So maybe everybody needs to back off a little bit and give her a little bit of grace, because she's really lovely.